Good morning everybody and welcome to beautiful Yorkshire, God's own county as they say. But we're not here to talk religion, we're here to ride bikes. So I've come up to Yorkshire to spend a few days with Andrew and Philippa, friends of mine from Dubai. Great chance to get some awesome off-road riding in, last minute training block before Great British Escapades, which kicks off in 9 days time. So today very much a kit shakedown for everything that I'm going to be taking to the Great British Escapade. So I thought I'd take you through what I'm going to be using. Apologies about the drilling, clearly there's some remedial work going on the house. I'm going to take you through the kit I'll be taking there today, and then I'm going to take it out and do about 4 hours by myself out in the amazing countryside around here. So we will be, or I will be, I don't know if you can focus there, I'll be going up and over there somewhere. Really can't wait. It's been a while since there we go, you found me again. It's been a while since I've ridden in this part of the world. Say a while, probably many years. So this is going to take me back to my old mountain biking days, really. Here is the beast, set up, ready to go. I will leave a full list of everything in the link in the comments down below. So if you've got any questions on that, then do leave a comment. Also, if you like this, hit the like button and do subscribe. I need, as of today, 54 more subscribers, and then we will be good to do YouTube Live during Great British Escapades, and then later on during Great British Divide as well. But there'll be a separate kit setup video for the Great British Divide. So we'll put you down. Right, hopefully you can all see there. Let me just plug that into charge. Oh, it's a bit hot, so I'm going to take that off. Oh, warm today. Don't need that. Right, so I'm taking the same bike that I used in the GB Escapades last year, which is the Fairlight Secan. What I love about this as a gravel bike for this kind of race is it's got space for very fat tyres. Now at the moment I've got the 2.1 inch Mezcals on. Probably going to put the 2.25 back on the front for this race. Let's start at the bottom and work my way upwards. Gearing, quick one on gearing. It's pretty much a mountain bike race, even though I'm doing it on a gravel bike. So I'm going to run a 32 tooth front and then 11 to 42 at the back, which should give me plenty of gearing range for those nasty little hills both on the North Downs and on the South Downs. Oh. Toolkit. In there we've got hand sanitizer, just to sanitize the bike. We've got the spare patches for the Tubolito inner tubes. I've got a Stan's dart for bigger holes. Got a Dyna plug for the smaller holes. Tyre lever 1. These tyres come on and off so easily on these wheels, so don't need more than one. And if I do need more than one, there's a spare one on my chain, my wolf tooth chain tool. Try saying that after 10 pints of lager. And then my Lezyne multi-tool. It's got all the Allen keys that I need, a star key for the stem, and then a chain tool as well. Okay, that's the toolkit. I will also probably take a small thing of oil just in case if it's raining. If it's not raining, I won't bother. I use the Chanel Huile de Chêne, which is the best wet lube that you can use. It's fantastic. Stick that on, warm it up in a tub of hot water first, put it on each individual link, let it all soak in, and that's good for 1,000 miles pretty much. So it's pretty amazing. Right, let's move up to the frame pack. What do we have in here? Charging cables. 3 charging cables, one for an iPhone, one for the Garmin, and one for the lights. Now, I don't think I'm going to need one for the Garmin or the lights. I'm running the new 1030 Plus Garmin with the spare battery cell. My current testing suggests that that's going to last me a good 60 hours, and given that my target race time is 35, that shouldn't be an issue. Same with the light. I take the spare battery cell for the Exposure Diablo, that should last, hopefully touch wood, that should last all the way through the race. But I'm taking charging cables just in case, mainly for the phone. And then this is the Aukey 10,000 milliamp hour USB-C battery, which supports pass-through, which is great. What else have we got in here? Gilet, turn cycling gilet, reflective and fluorescent, just to make sure that I can be seen. That will go on most of the time, except during the day if it's really, really hot. But most of the time we're off-road, which is good because there's going to be no cars trying to run me off the road. Buff. Now, it is going to be the middle of summer, but it could get cold at night, and the last thing I want to do is just get too chilly. These are really, really useful just to put on. You put them on during the day to keep the sun off your head, yeah, just very versatile. So that always goes in, and it takes up no space and weighs nothing. Spare inner tubes, 2 times Tubolito 27.5 inch tubes. There's a lot online about whether these are good or bad. I've never had any issues with them, and they just take up so much less space than a normal inner tube, so I'm sticking with those. And then obviously to go with the spare inner tubes, I've got my Tatico Bluetooth Super Pump. If you've not seen my video on this, check it out. This is without a doubt the best mini hand pump that you can get. Yes, the Bluetooth is maybe not necessary, but because the pump's so good, because it's really good at getting pressure into tyres, it means when I travel, I don't need to carry a track pump. I don't need to worry about getting pressures right. I don't need to go finding a bike shop. I can just use this, pump it up, look at the pressure on my phone, and it's sorted. If you don't want the expense of the Bluetooth one, they do another version which doesn't have Bluetooth, and that is also excellent. So check that out. Excellent pump. I think that's it in that pocket. So let's get to what we've got in here. GoPro. That's just for today, really. I won't be taking a GoPro on GBE. I'll just be using my iPhone, hopefully to do lots of live footage because you've all subscribed to the channel. Arms, I'll be taking these. These are just ones I got free when I did the Haute Route many, many years ago. They're just lightweight sun reflecting ones. It's not going to be too cold, but they do give you just that little bit of warmth, especially if you put a waterproof jacket over the top at night. So that should be enough. If it looks like it's going to be much colder than I think, then I'll take my thicker Castelli Nanoflex ones. But yeah, these are great. And you don't need to worry as much about putting suntan cream on. Now, I haven't got my suntan cream here. I will be taking suntan cream. Very important. Put 3 layers on before you go out. That's my top tip of the day when it comes to suntan cream. Right, let's get to the back. Spot tracker. So I've finally invested in my own spot tracker, given the number of races I do, and just for tracking me when I go out and about on adventures like today. Then Mrs. C can see where I am. I just don't know whether I need to work on a better solution for keeping it there. It looks pretty stable, so I might just put the carabiner clip on as well. Pair of gloves. Now, normally I don't ride with gloves, even when I'm riding off-road. These are for when it gets cold. Now, these are some fairly warm Castelli ones that I've had for a while. I did have some Castelli Infinium ones, or Gore Infinium ones, that were amazing, but I left them outside a shop somewhere, and I can't find them anymore. So, unless I get some new ones, I'll be taking these. Waterproof. Never going to wear that waterproof, especially in the UK. I'll be taking my trusty Gore-Tex Shake Dry. Without a doubt, the best waterproof for ultra racing and bike packing, in my opinion, unless you're doing pretty extreme ones where you need the protection of a hood and a visor and things like that. So for this, yeah, it's perfect. Insulated gilet, just in case it gets cold at night. You know, it's a short race, and probably the top 10 are all going to be pushing straight through through both nights till they finish. So again, it might get a little bit chilly towards the end, and when you get cold, that's a fast track to shutting down and having to stop. So this is the big Agnes one that I've been using for a few years now. It's been so useful on so many races. It's small, it's lightweight, it packs up small, just always goes in the bag more often than not. So yeah, be taking that. And then finally some knee warmers, just in case it gets a bit chilly at night again. I'd rather, for the sake of something so small and so lightweight, I wouldn't want to be without them. Just that added peace of mind if it does get cold at night or if I have to sleep. Now the one thing that is missing from here is a survival bag. I'm not intending on sleeping. If I do, it will be for half an hour at most, so I'll just take a thin foil survival blanket or something like that, just something to wrap me up in if I do stop for a sleep. But that'll be one of those tiny little silver ones. I just need to order it. Right, let's come to the front pocket. Emla cream, topical anaesthetic, fantastic if you get any form of saddle sore. Slap this on and 10 minutes later the world is a better place for sure. Hand sanitizer, in these times of craziness, that always goes in. To be honest, I used to take that anyway. It's not a COVID particular thing. And now I'm just trying to find my mask because I can't find that. Headphones, just cheap Apple ones that came with an iPhone. I've blown up so many Bluetooth headphones that I've given up. For now, I'm just sticking with wired headphones because they don't seem to die as much. I seem to have a random Snickers bar in here. Right, light. Exposure Diablo with the spare power cell on the end of it. That I run in, which one do I run it in? I run that in mode 5, which is good for 3 hours, 10 hours and 24 hours, depending on which setting you have it on whilst you're riding. So normally I'll have that on 24-hour mode, and then I'll use the button at the back. This is why it's mounted up here high, because that way I can reach to it and adjust it really, really easily. So I'll flick between the different modes depending on what I'm doing. If I'm on the road and I just need to be seen, then it's on a 24-hour setting. When I'm kind of off-road, I might move it to 10, and if I'm doing a particularly technical downhill or fast downhill, then I'll switch it to 3. Should last, I mean, daylight is going to be night is going to be 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. probably, so at most this is going to have to do probably 14 hours of burn time. And on 24 mode with the extra cell, then realistically I'm getting 40 hours out of it. So plenty of spare capacity, shouldn't need to recharge that. But we've got the cable just in case. Then some people ask questions as to how I had that mounted. I've got that mounted on a K-Edge GoPro mount. It's really good because you've got lots of different options as to where you put it. And for this kind of race I can mount it up here where I can easily reach the controls of the lights. So that's a good solution to that one. Garmin device, I've got the new 1030 Plus, lasts forever, so it seems. I will be carrying the spare battery cell as well. So that, as I said earlier in the video, that should last 65 hours. I don't expect to have to charge that up. This will be the first time with it, so I'm excited about not having to worry about charging my Garmin. And that is pretty much it. 2 feed bags from Apidura. I'm probably going to be starting with plenty of food to get me well through the first night. Starting at 5 o'clock in the evening. I'm not quite decided on my strategy yet, but I'll have enough food to take me a long way. 2 water bottles. There are quite a lot of places to refill with water, especially on the South Downs. There's a lot of taps there for people doing the South Downs way, so that should be all good. Right, I'm going to pack all this away and then go riding.